What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today it is actually gonna be a Dragon Ball Legends video. Yes, I've been contemplating a lot of how I wanted to bring this potentially to my channel, because I like, you know, the thing that I can say with confidence, I guess, is that when it comes to something like Dokkan or something, I can translate that, right? Like, Dokkan is ahead of the global version of its own game, and so I can translate things for people who play the JP version, or maybe I can give insight to the global players who are waiting for that to come. And so I think I've kind of, you know, that's like, you know, they always ask you when you do YouTube or Twitch or anything like that, it's like, you know, what's in it? Why should I watch you over this person? And I said, well, I could translate the Japanese, so I mean, not many people can do that, so that's kind of something right there, I think. And a lot of people do, I guess, say like, hey, thank you for the translations, it always helps and everything. But with Legends, you know, it comes out with you know, worldwide, essentially, right, in whatever language you want to have, which is great. I think that is absolutely great and amazing. But then when it came to Legends, I was just like, okay, so what can I really do? Because Legends, personally, for me as a game, is just, you know, it's fun. It's fun, it has its moments, but it's not something I can sit down for and play for hours on end. Heck, I mean, I would even say like Dokkan, I can't really do that anymore. When I was really getting going with my channel and everything, I did, because I felt like, oh, I really need to do this and everything. But I don't know, like, Legends is just something like, okay, you know what, I'll jump in, play a couple PvP matches, get a story missions done, maybe go level up or something, and then, okay, I'm done. You know, it satisfies me, right? Now, that by no means am I going to try and compare Dokkan and Legends or anything when it comes to gameplay and what the kind of game is trying to be. They are totally different games when it comes to what they're trying to be. So, in that regard, I'm not saying you have to like one over the other or anything like that. I'm just giving my personal opinions on it, and simply saying that maybe this is why you won't see it as often. But I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to look at this a different way when it came to translating the news and everything, because every now and then I still do some news updates for global, saying like, hey guys, by the way, when JP got this is what happened, so keep in mind when it comes to you guys, you know, like right as stuff is coming, like SSJ3 Bardock, I did a team guide on that, because you guys don't have like the SSJ3 Gohan or Goku or Gotenks or anything like that. So I thought to myself, okay, well, why don't I, with Legends at least, you know, I'm not going to say that I can, you know, make guides on how to beat events and all this stuff with only hero cards and stuff like that. But, you know, maybe I can still do some kind of like news updates and everything. And for those who potentially maybe do play the Japanese version, you know, using the Japanese version of the App Store because it's easiest for you, or, you know, you're like me, you live in Japan or you live in Asia somewhere, and it's easier for you just to have this because it's easier to get your hands on a, you know, a iTunes card or a gift card or something like that in that store. That is actually why I personally play the Japanese version of the game, because if I want to get the sale stuff, this game by no means am I going to go full pay to win or pay to play or whatever on it. I mean, I've bought maybe 2 packs of stones and they were both on sale, and that's about it. So I just, you know, if I want to get more crystals, I guess, in the future, then it's easier for me personally, because I live here in Japan, to get a Japanese iTunes card instead of having to go online, buy, you know, use my credit card and everything to buy an American one or an English one or whatever. I can just go to the store and get one if I need to real quick. So that's personally why I do it, and it actually helps me, you know, learn more kanji and everything. So, but anyway, so enough of that right now. For anyone who's asking why I have not been bringing Legends to my channel or anything like that, I want to bring it in. I do. I think I need to keep slowly looking at, okay, how do I want to bring this in? How do I want to use this? You know, and why would you want to watch me talk about Legends, whether, of course, you see it in Japanese, or maybe you like seeing what is, you know, I mean, the game, as of right now, they have stated that this game is going to be the same across all platforms, but you never know. JP could do something in the future where maybe they bring something special or something, or, you know, there's something with the JP store that, you know, we get a prize, you know, I don't know, whatever the case may be. Again, they've mostly touted this as it's going to be the same across the board no matter what, but you never know. We got Heroes over here, so it's hard to say. I'm not saying that, again, Heroes is going to be something that's like, oh my gosh, it's making the game totally unfair, and then all of a sudden we're going to start playing against you guys. Maybe they might not bring Heroes stuff, I don't know. Or maybe this is the way that they finally start bringing Heroes over to the West. Who knows? And then in terms with the whole anime thing there, or we just really don't still know if it's an actual anime or if it's just going to be a few episodes of an OVA, essentially. I don't know. We'll have to wait. But that's a totally different story on Heroes and everything. But anyway, I thought, okay, well, let's get into the celebration that we're apparently going, because they're doing this kind of like thank you celebration, essentially, for playing the game, for downloading, that kind of thing. So I just want to go over it real quick, and also go over the fact that the leaderboards are the first, like, section of the leaders, you know, scoreboard, essentially, is done for the PvP mode, and then I want to go into some of the missions and everything, because I was talking with D-Free, and I was talking with a couple of my friends about this, and we're kind of just like, well, is this a really good celebration, is it not, you know, and just what you have to do for it, right? Of course, the missions are all going to be in English for you guys, so anyway, so let's get into it real quick. So, as you guys know, the thank you campaign is going on right now. First off, though, just simply saying that this is now the start of the next set of leaderboards, essentially, for the PvP. So it just ended, so you guys probably, if you went into the PvP section of the game, you got rewards, or it showed you some kind of rank or something like that. But anyway, so the second one, at least here, is starting on the 13th, which is today. That's 3 p.m. Pacific, or Japan time. I think it goes by midnight of Central Time, I think, is the official time. It resets all the time. It's always been 3 o'clock here so far, Japan time, when the next day has started, essentially, which, of course, is kind of weird for, you know, a game like this. If you've looked at any other gacha game from Japan, it's usually like 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. in the morning or something like that. So, anyway, you guys, again, can read all this because it's all in English for you. But the next set basically goes from the 13th to the 27th, so that's pretty cool. And then this tells you kind of like some stuff that you can get from it. So, you know, basic, you know, stuff. But anyway, the big thing is this thank you campaign, essentially. And what it says is if you complete all 55 missions, you will get all of these rewards, essentially, okay? So you get 1,000,000 Zenny, you get all of these spheres here, which are used to, like, upgrade your character, essentially, and allow you to then increase the level that you can. You know, going from 300 to 600, and I think the next one's 1,000. I don't remember exactly. Including 2,000 crystals and 100 skip tickets. So the 100 skip tickets, if you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure most of you do know, is that you simply can just go into a stage or a story mission that you've beaten already, or an event, as long as you've beaten it already, and then you can go ahead and use it real quick. I don't know if it has to be perfect, actually. That's one thing I don't know. If I go into my stories here, I'm not that far in the game, guys. Do not go like, oh my gosh, Talon, what the heck is with that level and everything? It's like, I'm not that far, guys. So if I wanted to use this ticket right here, yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, so you can't use the ticket until you've perfected all of the missions here, essentially. So complete all these missions, essentially, and again, just click in there on the side, and then you can use the skip tickets. So the skip tickets are pretty nice in terms of doing all that, and apparently someone's done with training right now, so. I think it's, yeah, well, who was it? One of my characters is. But anyway, oh, yeah, I don't even really use this guy, so. But that's pretty nice. He leveled up. Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to go over the missions real quick because, again, you guys can read these all in English. I'm just going to be doing, you know, they're going to be in Japanese. But it's in the same order. It's the same type of stuff and all that. But one thing I was looking at, I was like, man, this really does require you to grind quite a bit. And depending if you haven't really been able to summon lately, or if you have had really bad luck with summons, like I personally have, aside from getting PyCon, I got PyCon for when I started the game up. And then I got Goku from the free ticket summon that they gave everyone. And that was it. The Spirit Bomb Goku is free to everyone. You just got to play the game to get the medal. So you really can't count him as getting a summon. But the rest of my summons, I've been like 9 multi-summons and gotten no sparking units. Yeah, I've gotten some extremes, but that's about, mostly it's hero cards. So, but anyway, so if you go over to the event stuff right here, essentially what you have to do is you have to have 3 characters, or sorry, so the first one, like right here, is have 2 red type characters at level 300, up to level 300, okay? And then the next one is have 3 red characters up to level 300, and then have 1 up to level 600, and then have 2 up to level 600, and then have 3 up to level 600, and then 1, 2, and 3 again. And this is to get the crystals right here. To get 200, 400, okay, to get 400 crystals just from the red characters yourself, you have to have 3 at level 1000, which then, of course, requires you to obviously train them, get them up and everything like that. And then to get, like, these red spheres here for this particular one, then you have to go in, you've got to farm them. And from what I've been seeing so far, I can't speak for the hard mode, because apparently story mode now has its hard event, or its hard, you know, levels right now, essentially, is if you're doing this on the normal, the rates are not the nicest from what I can see. They look to be about a 5%, maybe less rate. I can't exactly say that that's 100% accurate, but nonetheless, I went in and I was like using my skip tickets on some of them because I was trying to get like a red and a blue, and I was just like, this isn't going the way I want to. And all of a sudden my energy bar is just completely drained. I was just like, well, I guess I'm putting the game down for now because I didn't really want to waste my crystals or anything. So. And then you've got to do this for yellow, then you've got to use this for, it's the exact same thing, right? And then you've got to use it for purple, then you got to use it for green, and then you've got to use it for blue, I think is the last one. Yeah, blue's the last one. So in order to get all the crystals, though, you have to have 3 characters up to level 1000, essentially. So that means that, yeah, you've had to really grind out these orbs here so that you can level them up. And if you want to know exactly how to level them up, what you do is just go into the menu, you go into your characters here, and you go into the spears, and then you go here, and then this is where you level them up. So like the first one for me was, whoa, did this thing go away? Oh, it took away the bottom part. Okay, got it. Yeah, because if I want to zoom out or something like that, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So bottom line, though, when you start this out, it's like down here at the beginning, essentially, and it requires you to tap 10 of these little things here. And then basically what happens after that is that you then have to say, okay, I want to level these guys up, and it requires like all this stuff up here that you can clearly see. So, for example, like I need 4 of these 1-star, and I need 2 of these 2-stars here, essentially, for the Spirit Bomb Goku to then get him up to allow him to go up to level 1,000. Because right now he's at 600. I was able to do the first one, thankfully. But I was then trying to get Super Saiyan Goku up, and I was like, man, this is not dropping for me, and boom, I was out of energy. So that's essentially how you go about doing that right there to get them up to level 1,000. So as long as you have 3 characters in each color, I'm just going to call it category / type or whatever, you then get the 2,000 crystals, essentially, okay? Now, luckily enough that if you've done this already before these missions came out, then it should have tracked that already and said, okay, you're good to go. Here you go. Here are the missions and everything like that. So, and then I think that after that, though, to get like the tickets and everything, it is playing PvP. Yeah, playing PvP. So basically play a bunch of PvP and you get all these skip tickets. So that's, I guess, pretty easy. If you're really into the PvP aspect of things, great. Me personally, it's fun to tinker around a little bit, but overall, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I know that's the central focus of this game, obviously. There are a couple of things I kind of wish would change, and I know some people will argue it and everything. I'm not gonna say like you're wrong, I'm right, or I'm wrong. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm just, in my personal opinion, I think there are definitely a few things that could be changed. So anyway, that is what it is. But anyway, so if you want to be able to get all of the missions done and all of the crystals and everything for this little celebration, I guess, whatever you want to call it, you basically need to grind quite a bit. And again, someone comment down below if the hard stages of story mode, because there's only like 3 or 4 I think right now or something like that. It might be more. Again, I'm clearly not there because I'm not even done with the normal missions. But basically, it sounds like if you're doing this on the normal story missions to try and grind out certain items in order to allow your characters to then level up to 600 and 1,000, the drop rates seem to be pretty low. So I'm just kind of giving you guys the information here. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed something or if I missaid something. Just let me know. Again, I'm still pretty new to this game. I am. I know it's in English and everything, but actually, that is one thing I will give this game credit for. It is challenging me to learn new kanji and to learn new Japanese and everything. For me personally, that is really nice. And I guess for you guys, if you like listening to this, then great. And you'd be like, okay, what was Talon talking about? Oh yeah, this is in English, so I can just read this or anything like that. So anyway, guys, but that's basically it for the video. We have a little celebration going on. It seems to be going on until about the 27th of June. And then I'm assuming we get something else at the beginning of July because Broly goes away. Little Broly's banner goes away around the 27th, give or take. Same with the celebration. Same with the PvP leaderboards and everything like that. So it'll be interesting to see what we get after this. But I will just say one thing. Yeah, get more sparking and more extreme units because those hero units, they're rares all over again, and I know they are rares. I know they are, and I hate them. I honestly do. So, anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me hear your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. And until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.